and welcome back to a new season of Queen City Supers. I'm very excited. It has been about a month since the three of you successfully took down Doppelganger. Although the three of you also know there was a little bit more to what was going on there than you realized. Well, Glider was a little disappointed to find out about that. That kind of dulled some of the sparkle there. just a little.
Just a little.
But things are finally starting to settle back down. The hype is starting to calm down. The three of you are still very popular, although Breakfast, this is one of the few times where you've been popular because of something you did, not just because you're Kid Phoenix.
It's a nice change.
Yeah. It's not because, oh, your dad did this, it's, oh, you did this.
Yeah.
And there may be varying degrees of you all loving the attention or hating the attention.
Hating the attention.
Yeah, Scarlet Citadel's just like, no. But you have Canopa to keep you company.
I do, with all the pretty stars.
Yes, Canopa, your alien AI friend, who's just very excited to be back in touch. They also informed you that the station's gonna be in the neighborhood for a while, so
Yay.
be able to hang out and chat some more.
Huzzah.
Oh yeah, it's the start of just an ordinary day. There's a couple classes, workshops. What are you all doing on this relatively ordinary day? There's a couple classes and workshops you could be going to. You're on campus for training and so forth.
I'm feeling good.
Doing my general routine with Formy, just doing a good hard workout before anything else.
Yeah. Just taking turns trying to smack the crap out of each other. It's a lot of fun. It's so much fun.
If Scarlet Sentinel isn't really enjoying the tension and Kid Phoenix is kind of like, oh yeah, it's, I get attention, but it's different. Oh, Glider, loving it. Very much. Like, oh yeah, we totally helped take down the doppelganger. We held him off until Phoenix arrived. Couldn't have done it without us. Maybe giving a little bit of a bigger head on her shoulders that she deserves.
She totally deserves it.
Scarlet Sentinel, have you just been trying to duck and avoid all of the attention?
Oh yeah, if I'm not at the school, I'm pretty much at home on my computer doing my work.
Yeah. I will say, most people do not recognize you outside of your costume.
Pretty much.
It's pretty much the two people who have seen what you look like outside of your costume.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it's really easy for you to go incognito. Kid Phoenix, kind of 50-50 chance. Glider, it is now getting a little harder for you to go incognito because people actually recognize who you are as a superhero now.
That's new. That's a new development.
Yeah.
I would say the new thing I've been getting up to in the last month has been making adjustments and changes to kind of how I use my powers.
You got a new move, I think, called where you can make a shield. I will remind you when you've used that, I get to describe what it looks like for reasons.
Oh, yes. So that's right. I got my access to my burn and 3 flares from the Novus playbook. So I can potentially charge up some excessive power use, basically, and create constructs. You use a shield or kind of do the force of awe thing to make people change their intensity and everything. But I would say that the thing that Marcus has been working on lately has been some light costume changes. Not necessarily losing the leather jacket yet, but working with some darker tones, some maroons, some blacks instead of some reds and whites, and trying out a newer, tool, weapon. I'm trying to have these needles that I basically move telekinetically. They're not going to be sharp per se, but I can use them to hit people or use them to manipulate things from far away with a little bit more force if necessary. And I'm thinking about calling them quills because that works with Phoenix stuff, so I've been experimenting a little with the design.
For people who knit about a size 5 knitting needle,
Yeah, I would say thank you for applying a word picture, because I was nodding and going, yeah, just like that, in a purely audio medium.
Yeah, dear listeners, I didn't crochet a lot, so I regularly have knitting needles and crochet hooks to use for visual examples.
So I'm thinking it's probably like a gauntlet situation with like 3 or 4 of them kind of lining up along the arm, so you can just fling them out. I'm trying to, I don't know. Whenever I see like screenshots, or not screenshots, like GIF sets of those Gundam fights, where those like little tiny laser needles are like spinning around everywhere, that's kind of the vibe he wants to go for. He's not reached it yet. That's the current goal: is some light costume changes, some darker tones in the costume setup, and trying out the new quills.
As you're going about your ordinary day, I'll say, for Scarlet Sentinel, you're the one most likely to have noticed this. Is there is a new student who's been around for about a month, usually kind of like keeping to themselves, doing lots of people watching and sketching. And Emily, would you like to describe what your character looks like when they're in uniform?
So what you see is, I wouldn't consider them scrawny, but not particularly like super muscly. It's more like a lean muscle to them, in a black getup that's not quite spandexy vibes. It's more like if you take a cross between the Winter Soldier and Nightwing, it's kind of like that, with just a big bright blue lightning bolt down the chest of their costume and a matching bright blue streak in their hair. Black hair, undercut, short and kind of scruffy, but in a way that you can tell that, yeah, they want to just wake up and do nothing with their hair, but they also want to keep up appearances around here and not be, like, judged as lazy. Just like a nerdy little punk kid.
Kid Phoenix and Glider, you may have noticed. Glider, you probably would have noticed because the vague similarity with the lightning bolt on the uniform, because you have the stylized G.
Yeah, mine's going sideways though, and it's like speed lines. Mine is much more. You know how they used to do shooting stars in the 90s, where it would just be like the lines that end in points, but it almost looks like a rainbow? It's like that. It's not very lightning bolty.
Gotcha,
at the moment.
Gotcha. I had it in my head wrong. I think at one point you had more of a lightning bolt, but that was way back when.
I mean, the trailing starred vibe carries over, yeah.
Yeah, it's a work in progress.
I think I'll have it. So there's a workshop that all 4 of you are going to. I don't know. What's an interesting workshop for superhero stuff?
Last text is here, and it's how to get somebody out of a wrecked car. Maybe.
Call the fire department, okay?
I mean,
Sorry,
yeah.
is the hero named Last Text?
Yeah, the last text in Roadster. Do you not remember?
Yeah.
I forgot about Last Text. Oh, it's so fun when I like lose track of some of the ones we make up and then they come
Right?
back. That is so deeply morbid.
He teleports around and gets people not to text and drive.
Yeah.
Look at the last text you sent. Do you really want that to be your final words?
And it's like, how did you get in my car?
Yeah, how many
Are
accidents has he caused doing that? Jeez.
Not many. There's reason he's teamed up with Roadster, who's a speedster.
Yeah.
Emergency rescues and how to extricate people from dangerous situations. So you're all in that class, and maybe you end up sitting next to each other. I'll say, Emily, your character, you are definitely aware of these 3. They've kind of been the talk of town. Everyone knows Kid Phoenix, because he's the Phoenix, this adopted kid. Do you make any attempt to talk to them, or?
No, but if you spy close enough, you can see me doing little doodles on the side of my notebook. Because one of the things I like to do is people watch and do sketches. So, hand busy, mind is focused.
I want to say you somehow end up sitting next to Scarlet Sentinel during this.
I can't wait to find out why.
Also, the three of you like to describe your characters as well, because this is the first time Emily's character is, well, meeting you, and to remind your audience.
So Marcus is Kid Phoenix. He's the adopted child of the Phoenix, who's like one of those big core superheroes, basically, with fire control and flight type powers. I don't have any of those because I'm adopted. I just have telekinesis, and I've recently been engaging a lot more with this like sinister sort of spooky version of my telekinesis that involves these.
No one outside of your team knows about that.
Yeah, I'm trying to hide them because they code very villain. There's nothing I can really do to stop them from looking very spooky.
Interesting.
Yeah, and it has to do with something related to my, I assume, biological parents, but we have not uncovered the full of it yet beyond some connection to something called the Night Rendered. Marcus has longer, shaggy brown hair, is of Latino descent, and has the same last name, fake last name, I assume, for the Phoenix family, which is Smith. That's a fun one. But yeah, no, I think height-wise, I believe it's Scarlet Sentinel, then Kid Phoenix, and then Glider is how we set it up. So I'm a little shorter than Scarlet Sentinel, but not by very much. And normally I have a super suit that looks a lot like 90s Superboy, the leather jacket with a jumpsuit underneath. But now that like I mentioned, it's darker colors, still same leather jacket, but like darker colors, and I have this gauntlet thing right now. So I have to roll up the sleeves a little bit.
Gauntlet thing? I just have fingerless gloves.
Yeah.
Fingerless gloves. Wait.
I do love a good fingerless gloves, though. That is Kid Phoenix, and there's further shenanigans and everything, of course. And there's, of course, the back and forth, sometimes great, sometimes a little strained relationship with my very good dad, who is a good dad. I just have a hard time seeing that sometimes.
You have bad rolls when it comes to vibe checking your dad.
Oh, yeah, this is a meta call about me as a player of the game Masks. I can't roll good in Masks. I am on paper competent, in practice flying by the seat of my pants, and there's not really much I can do about that because I can't roll so good that we have to change the rules, unlike some of us in the room right now.
Speaking of the person that we had to do that for, Caitlin, would you like to introduce what your character looks like?
Oh my god. Sorry, as he was saying, my dice like me too much, or they hate me enough that they won't allow me to roll poorly to move on and advance my character and all my potentials. So we've had to create extra rules for me in order for advancement. I have changed my dice like 5 or 6 times. I am on to just random dice now. So we'll see how those work. I've been rolling them and they've been kind of half good, half not great, so we'll see how that goes. But anyway, I play Madigan. She goes by Madigan Park. My hero's name is Scarlet Sentinel, and my hero outfit is quite literally that a biker chick. Freaking amazing looking, super sleek, leather jacket, always zipped up to about just a little below her neck. Bright red stripes down the arms. Did I have anything on the back of my jacket? I don't know if I did. I might design something at some point. But, and then like always like the tight leather black pants, again, long red streak down the side. And I do the whole DC superhero thing where I've got like just the floating mask on my face with like the...
I did forget to mention I have a domino mask.
Yeah, one of those masks that just kind of sits. And then my hair is obviously very well known to everybody. Like I've got that super poofy red hair that just goes everywhere, so it's always up. And like a big superhero style ponytail. Like always like right super high with leather biker gloves. And the way I get around everywhere is I ride my motorcycle, and then once in a while these guys will travel with me and I have a little sidecar.
So far, we've got a bunch of leather jackets.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Yep.
I have to mention Kid Phoenix got his idea from me because he never used to wear his biker jacket Until he met me,
I just didn't want
Yeah.
spandex.
right?
Or Lycra, I guess.
Who would wear all spandex bodysuits?
Tell us, Glider.
Gosh.
Hey, Glider.
It's great because I went with both. I split the difference.
You did. You are
That
you
is
are the
allowed.
difference. Glider, on the short side, kind of tan, dark hair cut very, very short. And she wears, it's much more like a classic superhero leotard, kind of mixed with more like a speed skater suit almost. It's built for speed, so it is one suit, but it's got like built-in knee pads, and now she has like elbow pads. And where she had more of a jazzercise vibe, she's kind of gotten rid of those accessories, and it's much more streamlined now that she actually had access to the speedster fabrics at the Hero Institute. Where the other two are like maroon and red and black, she is purple and like neon blue and neon yellow. And she does have on her chest the stylized G with the speed stripes going after it. And she does have the kind of those superhero goggles that kind of cover and wrap around her head and like attached to the back of the suit, Booster Gold style. And yeah, she's very loudly slurping like a energy smoothie through a straw.
Vibrating just a little bit in the
Just
seat.
a little, always just vibrating.
Yeah, so you're all sitting, listening to this talk about like tools and what not to do in different rescue situations, and it's interesting. But you're probably wondering, okay, when are they going to announce the challenge? Because usually in talks like this, there's a challenge to go with it, just a fun little test to like put your skills into practice in dealing with a setup of a similar situation. You would all be aware of this, and as you're getting to the point in the talk, it's like, so I know you're probably all excited to see what the challenge is going to be, but I just want to give a little heads up. Doing things a little different. This is going to be step 1 in the Grand Challenge. For those of you who don't know, the Grand Challenge is a tournament of sorts, where teams get to participate in different exercises to prove and test their skills. Sometimes you'll get matched up with other teams to work with them, and sometimes you may even be pitted against each other. This is open to all who are interested in participating. There's some challenges where you can participate without competing, but there are some rewards for taking part in the competition. So sign-ups begin today, and one rule is you must have a team of at least 4.
What about the trios?
Hearing all of this, I had just been getting more and more like excited and just like vibrating, like, oh, I've heard of this, but I've never really seen how it's been done. And then they're like, and you have to have 4 people on your team, and it's just like immediate deflation, like, oh, 4. I mean, Jumper's been really busy. I mean, has anyone even seen Prankster since everything went down? Like, I'm not even sure who we could get to be number 4.
I think they got suspended.
Oh. Was Prankster even enrolled when everything happened?
What an excellent question.
Yeah, I turn over.
Yeah.
I'm like, I not Prankster. Wait, but Prankster had a dorm.
But they had to break into it.
At this point, class is basically dismissed. There's a bunch of people like getting up and milling about. Some people going to like grab their parts for the challenge, either to just test their skills, learn, get some practice in, or to submit it for part of the competition, because there are multiple pieces. There will be more information coming out later. It's just that it is starting to be announced today.
Is there anyone that we think could join our team?
Camera pans over slightly to
To Rowan, head in
Oh,
hands. It's like, why didn't they warn me
Oh.
about this? Is it required, or am I just going to be judged if I don't do it?
I'm suddenly on the opposite side of you. Like I had been on your left, now I'm on your right. Like sitting
I'm
next
just-
to you.
Finger out, like, oh, maybe if we ask no, Hubris will say no. I think Hubris still wants to beat me up.
No, that would turn into a
This is true.
yeah.
Hey, Madigan, do you want to roll to pierce the mask on the person who's trying to disappear in the seat next to you, who just got the daylight scared out of them by Glider?
For sure.
That's so good.
Because suddenly, Glider.
That's a roll with mundane. That
Yeah.
would be a 12.
Oh no!
No.
Now do you see why we had to make a special roll for Caitlin
Sorry,
so
I was
she
a
can gain
6-3
potential?
plus
Wait,
3.
sorry. Your first roll of season 2 is a 12?
I didn't roll higher than a 7 earlier.
Do I need to take a picture of my dice? Because I have a plus 3
believe
on
you.
mundane. I got a 63.
I believe you. It's just like, man, I wish.
That's actually pretty low for Madigan on the
I
day.
know.
Just a 12? Pretty
Oh.
normal.
I rolled 3 7s and a 3. Come on.
You just look over, and I picture this happens right as Rowan is reacting to the sudden appearance of Glider, who I'm assuming is holding paper with the assignment on it.
And a giant smoothie.
Yeah.
And a smoothie.
So what questions do you want to ask?
Let's see. So limited on questions, especially when you get to ask 3.
Well, I mean, we could start with what are the general vibes
Yeah,
that
basically.
she's getting from Rowan right now?
Oh, I'm pretty sure I could tell. They kind of look. I know they're looking super freaked. It's like, do I want to do this? I don't know if I want to do this. I don't want to have to ask anybody what's happening. I don't know what to do. Kind of vibe. Am I wrong?
Yeah, very fish out of water, doesn't want to like draw attention to themselves, doesn't want to rock the boat, doesn't want to like get in trouble maybe, except for they don't even know if they could get in trouble with this. This is causing like a mixture of anxiety that feels like a little bit weird.
Okay, I'm assuming I had like stood up for a minute and it was just talking, and then I'm like looking over. I'm like, I just plop down on the seat next to you and just kind of like look over, see your little drawings. I'm gonna assume there's like a little drawing of me. I'm like, does my hair really look like that?
Kinda.
Not bad.
That is spot on. That is great.
Thanks.
Hey, so you're the I don't want to say new kid, but you came in with the second wave of enrollments, right?
Yeah, I'm the new kid.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Cool. Do we have a name we can call you? Because I got really confused with the prankster situation. Not that prankster's difficult to remember, it just feels very formal.
How do you feel about Livewire?
That's pretty cool.
That works.
That's really cool.
Yeah, no.
It's okay.
Kid Phoenix.
Yeah, I heard.
Oh, yeah, fair. I don't know. It feels weird to not introduce myself. I don't think I'm like,
No. Be polite. That's cool. I mean, be
yeah.
humble. You know.
I hope so. I feel like life tends to humble me, regardless of what I do. But that's just been the mood for the last semester.
Okay.
Just remembering the time that you yeeted yourself into the air.
I want to talk about it. I want to talk about it. My
Almost.
primary form of moving through the city is flinging myself with telekinesis or a motorcycle, and weirdly enough, the motorcycle is safer.
I just take the bus.
Regardless, good to meet you, Livewire. I'll give you a little, again, visual medium. I gave it like a little like half salute sort of thing.
Kid Phoenix is so humble all the time. Kid Phoenix is great.
Don't phrase it like that. It makes me sound worse.
It's true. Oh my god.
She has an earnest face. A very jittery, smiley, earnest face.
Mhm.
Speedster. It comes with the territory. The jittery comes with the territory.
That's true.
Yeah, it's like drinking like 3 or 4 Red Bulls for one with one normal person. That's their regular personality.
But yeah, I'm Glider. I'll extend my hand to shake your hand. And I do shake it very fast.
Okay. Cool.
Do you like vibrate?
Nice to meet you, Glider.
Nice to meet you. Livewire's such a cool name. And I kind of get this like distant look in my eye, like I'm thinking I should have picked that. Like that's a really cool name. I don't say it. Like, yeah, we've seen you in some of the workshops.
Yeah, mostly just trying to figure out what's going on and how to do this. It's a lot.
Oh, believe us. We know.
Full on fish out of water, but it's not fish out of water like a normal new kid. You don't know what it is, but there's something else that's making them nervous about being
And there's
here.
so many calculations going on in the brain that it's just like numbers flashing before the eyes.
Imposter syndrome.
No, that's that other guy.
No, no.
It's a superhero show. You're gonna have to deal with it. Is what I.
Oh, we know.
Do we have someone? Because I feel like that's a good one. Like I feel like we don't have that one already.
We come up with
That feels
random
like a
names.
villain.
Brianna writes this stuff down, and they do pop up later.
It's
like,
true.
It will happen over and over again.
Prankster.
So we
Yep.
can expect imposter syndrome to really mess up our day.
It usually
and make us feel
does.
bad about ourselves.
Yeah.
Just like in real life. Woo!
Ah, it's too real. But this one is easier to beat.
We're breaking the fourth wall again.
Oops.
Why
Oops.
do we keep building
Uh-oh.
that fourth wall?
Yeah, we
For
just
real,
leave them down.
though.
They're fun to
It's
break.
fun to smash through.
You have been listening to Queen City Supers, a graveyard tape side story using the game Masks. Masks: A New Generation is a superhero role-playing game in which a team of young heroes fights villains, saves lives, and tries to figure out who they are. Featuring Caitlin as Madigan, aka Scarlet Sentinel, the Janus. Jess as Bethany Bertolucci, aka Glider, the Beacon. Ian as Marcus, aka Kid Phoenix, the Doomed. Emily Anderson as Rowan, aka Livewire, the Scion. And Brianna Jean as the Keeper and Producer.